Hello everybody, so today I will be doing my TBR pile for the 5 Faves readathon. The first book I'm going to be reading is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. And I absolutely love this book. I read it not that long ago actually, probably about 3 or 4 months ago. And I loved it so much. It's about Laura Jean and, well, Laura Jean's song. And basically whenever she kind of fancies boys or goes out with them or whatever, after she writes a love letter to them and then kind of keeps them in a box and just to get all of her feelings out, and it helps her get over them. But then one day they all get sent and she's got to find out why. So yeah, love that book, so that's one that I'm going to be reading. The next one I'm going to be reading is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Oh, I don't know whether you can see that too great. But this was probably like the 3rd book, young adult book I've ever read, and I absolutely loved it. I actually picked it up because of a book affair. That's when I first saw it, and it wasn't really hyped up about when I read it, but it's so good. And this follows Kath in university, and she's twin sisters with Ren, and they've always been like locked together, but then Ren wants to go off and do this typical kind of college stuff and party and all of that, and Kath doesn't, so love that. The next one I'm going to be reading is Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and this is based off of Cinderella, apart from she's called Cinder and she's a cyborg. Yeah, I didn't actually know whether I was going to like this when I first picked it up, because it's kind of like sci-fi and I'm not really into that, but I actually love this, so yeah. The next one I'm going to be reading is An Abundance of Catherines by John Green, and it was between Tiffios or this, and I chose this because I didn't like it more than Tiffios. I probably liked it equally, or Tiffios probably a little bit better for me. But I thought, I don't know what made me pick this one up other than Tiffios, but I kind of didn't want to make myself cry again. So I decided that I was going to read this one, and I really like this. A lot of people don't like this. Josh from Josh Reads didn't like it, but I actually love this. I think it depends in what order you read John Green books, because a lot of them are kind of the same. This, Looking for Alaska, and Paper Towns are kind of the same kind of plot, but with different characters. So it depends in what order you read them. I actually read this one first after Tiffios, so I guess that's why I like it more, because this one didn't seem samey, the other two did. But if you read this one after you've read another one, this one would seem samey. If you know what I'm saying, it would probably make no sense at all. But the last one I'm going to be reading is Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. Now, you probably don't need me to go on about this, you've probably heard loads about it, but oh, I just love this so much, and it's kind of a lot more of an innocent cover than actually the content is. It's like really pale pink and obviously it's got a knife going through it, which isn't too great, but it's like a pearl necklace, and oh, I just love this book so much. And I think it's best that you go into this book without really knowing too much. And there's a cat in the garden. Okay, I think it's best that you go into this book without kind of knowing too much about it, and I think that's best to go into a lot of books like that, because you kind of interpret it for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye everybody!